This episode of Chat-N-Chew is sponsored by 𝗢𝗿𝗁 CPR. Unfortunately, we don't always know when tragedy will strike. But when every second counts, isn't it good to know that 𝗢𝗿𝗁 CPR is just one heartbeat away? Our qualified instructors are standing by to provide you and your staff with the training you need to meet emergencies head on. Visit our website at www.𝗢𝗿𝗁2CPR.com or call us at 919-923-6055 to schedule your training event today. Please make sure you follow us on Facebook, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course, hit the bell to activate notifications that will remind you when we're on. Please be sure to leave us a comment to let us know how we're doing. We'd love to hear from you.
I want to invite you to our Fathers Forever Authentic Fatherhood Summit. This summit is for all fathers, new fathers, struggling fathers, our good fathers who want to be great fathers. We'll take a deep dive into the purpose of fatherhood through our roundtable and panel discussion. We want to further empower you to be the best dad you can be. Also, if you know of a new father or a struggling father, invite them. If you know of a great father, invite them as well, so we can glean from their insight during our question and answer session. It's going to be a great summit as we share in the brotherhood of fathers. Can't wait to see you there. Are we live?
And we are live.
We're live.
I got a nod from our production team, and they said we are live.
Yes.
So, I'd like to welcome everybody to our Thursday broadcast, our Thursday live broadcast. And
October the 13th?
yes, today is October the 13th, already midway point.
Already.
Just about midway point.
Halloween's right around the corner.
Yeah, midway point of the month.
Of the month.
Yeah, so, the holidays are approaching. They're coming on strong. And if you see me looking down, I'm just trying to just share my link.
Show your link.
With all my friends.
Show your link.
Sharing my link.
In the meantime, you guys, we invite you to our Thursday night broadcast. Tag us. My phone was going off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We heard it.
Fix that.
Just bring your volume down. You'll be good. But we are happy to be here. There's a lot of drama and things going on in the neighborhood tonight.
Oh, yes.
We know that this active shooting business is really still something that plagues our whole nation, not just our community. So we want all of our viewers to always remain safe and probably have some type of emergency plan of action. If you don't have one, it would be good planning on all of our parts, what to do in case of an event like this afternoon.
Yeah.
So we're not going to belabor the point. There is something happening in Northeast Raleigh tonight, and I'm sure you'll see it on your 11 o'clock news, and it's probably still live right now. But we pray for those families that are affected by this tragedy, this senseless killing.
Police officer
and one police officer was killed also. So we our hearts go out to and prayers go out to those family members, especially the Raleigh Police Department. Our prayers are with you. We know you all do an excellent job of keeping us safe, and we thank you for your work and what you do. And we're just kind of saddened by all of
yes,
all of
it just happened about a couple hours ago,
but yes, all of this
still going on now.
Yeah, it's still going on. It's still going on. But nonetheless, we are here, and we hope that you are with us. We welcome all of our viewers to, as usual, share this link if you're on Facebook. Share it, like our page, and leave your comments with us on our chat. And the same for our YouTube subscribers.
YouTube subscribers.
Yeah, just go ahead and subscribe. Share that link.
Hit that little bell.
Yep, and definitely hit the bell. Glenn, you're on it. You're on
it.
Yeah, and that way you'll know how to catch up with us.
Yes.
We'll be able to get those notifications out, and you're up and running. So
yes.
We're going to take a quick moment and talk about some of our activities this week.
Yes.
Yes. We went and made a drop off to see
our partner with CLI.
Yes.
We dropped off some books to be distributed.
Yep.
To different facilities. So we dropped off some books.
Right.
We also we had a Chat-N-Chew reverse book signing.
Yeah.
Event. In fact, we got 3 more coming up.
Wow.
I got one Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got one the next 2 Sundays.
So let me ask you this question real quick. Can any of our viewers attend our reverse book signings? I mean, do they have to be invited, or is it something that...
No, if you find out what we're doing one at, they can show up.
All right. Yeah. So maybe we'll post where we're going to be.
Yeah, yes.
And our viewers can come join us if they choose.
Yes.
Yes.
And if you have a church group, we have one lady, James. She's was our realtor,
right?
And she bought 25 books, and she's going to take them to her women's club, and they're going to sign them all.
Yeah.
And
so that wasn't a church.
That wasn't a church. Yes.
An organization.
So small groups, business people can do reverse book signings. So we're excited about that. It's picking up more and more people. The more books we get into the hands of these our fathers incarcerated.
Yes.
The better they can learn how to be a good father while they're incarcerated.
And this past Tuesday, we were at Hammond Road.
And
we had a graduation.
We had a graduation.
And the operations manager or director for that facility, in terms of the educational department,
right?
She was
our keynote
speaker. Yes.
And
so we want our viewers to understand that this isn't for us to make money on. We're raising money so that we can distribute
those books.
These books.
And we're getting called every week, and we keep saying this over and over again, but it's true. We're getting called every week from prisoners, from inmates, as well as chaplains, asking us could we bring some more books to them. So we're asking our community to do it. Great. Also, James, we got some books that are already paid for this month. So we took 40 of them. We took them over to retirement center, and they're going to sign those 40 books.
No.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Just this week.
Just this week. Yes.
Okay. So that's 50 books going to be signed by the residents.
Yeah, of this retirement center.
Okay.
Yeah. So they want to get involved in it, and so we got 3 of them. That's a senior center facilities, 2 of them, and 1 retirement facility.
Okay, good.
And they're signing books.
All right. Now, to help our viewers understand, these books are being signed by anonymous individuals who then, once we'll go back and collect those books and make it part of our drop-off, our monthly drop-off to CLI.
And what they did, well, I shouldn't say sign. They don't sign necessarily. They put a nice encouraging note in the book.
Great.
I guess we got to correct the rules they set people sign.
Yes.
And so how it works is normally a author would write a book and people would buy the book and the author would sign it. A reverse book signing is you donate the book. You put a a nice note of encouragement in the book.
Yes.
And we take the book to the inmates.
Perfect.
Mr. Terrence Perry, good to see you, sir.
Hey, Terrence. Hello, sir. You need to come by. You've been a stranger. We're still here. We're on Stony Brook Drive, so stop in. But we welcome you aboard, and thanks for being a part of our broadcast tonight.
Terrence is a community advocate.
Yes.
He does a lot in the community.
Yes, and he's a writer as well.
Yes, he's right. Yes,
he's an author. Books. Yeah, he's an author.
I want to be like him when I grow up.
Well, I haven't written my first one yet, so I want to be like y'all. So that works great. That works great. But Glenn, last week we talked about being stuck.
Yes.
We
want to. Go ahead. Invitation. We want to invite this week the 5th one every October, the last Thursday in October, which this time will be the 27th of October.
Yes.
We're going to have our 5th annual appreciation breakfast to our donors and partners.
All right.
So please come out from 7 to 8:30. We do it early in the morning. Mm-hmm. People can get to work and be to work on time. So I know it's early to get up, but we're going to have a good old hot, juicy breakfast for you with some hot coffee and some lemonade and some eggs and grits. And then we're going to talk about what we've been doing for the last year and talk about what we're going to do for the next year.
And you don't want to miss this.
You don't want to miss this, yes.
We've got some very good donors who are part of our program here. Yes. And it'd be nice for you all to see each other and network as well. It's an early morning item. It's designed to be that way because everyone's working. Yes. And not maybe everyone, but you have things to do each morning.
And we also will have, James, set up at this facility, this event, a table. Mm-hmm. So people who wants to come and while they're here, while they eat breakfast, they want to donate a couple of books, they can.
Yes.
We'll have a table set up.
Perfect. Well, I want to take a moment and listen to a couple words from
since we talked about the book.
Yeah, from our illustrious leaders, I always call it. But he's our executive director and founder of Fathers Forever, everyone.
This is Glenn Warren, founder and executive director of Fathers Forever. I want to share an alarming reality with you. 627,000 fathers are incarcerated that have kids under 18. Now, there are 56,000 moms incarcerated who have kids under 18. The reality is there are so many more fathers incarcerated than moms. This is why I Am a Father Forever book exists. Now, I need your help. I am inviting you to help us get this book into as many fathers incarcerated as possible. Here's how it works. For your donation of $22, we will provide a book to an incarcerated father. Thank you in advance for helping Fathers Forever heal fathers and save families.
We thank you, Dr. Warren.
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Now, we talked about being stuck in that quicksand.
Yes, we talked about
and trying to get out of it.
Yes.
So, and that quicksand is about similar and related to unforgiveness, maybe, or when tragedy strikes, things like that. Mm-hmm. But you still have to move on with your life. And so this week, we're going to be talking about making better choices to avoid some of those pitfalls, but at the same time, how to make better choices, how to move forward. And, I know you always have something for us. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Dr. Warren.
Don't turn it over to me. We talk about it together.
These are, and sometimes, out of our choices, we can have some unintended consequences. Yeah. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, choices, I ask guys and, myself, everybody's included in this.
Right.
We make choices and we make mistakes.
Yes.
But the question is, are choices and mistakes one and the same?
Absolutely not, because we've been talking about this.
Yes, and so when I ask the guys that, I asked them, is a choice and a mistake one and the same? And a lot of times they said yes. And I said, well, okay, explain to me why that is.
Mm-hmm.
And they come up with, a mistake is you accidentally do something.
Right.
And then a choice. Then I said, well, give me some examples of some mistakes.
Right.
And they'll say, I got a DUI.
Mm-hmm.
Or I went to jail because I beat my girlfriend up.
Mm-hmm.
Or I got a charge for breaking and entering.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm drinking, I just got my road violated because I tested positive.
Right.
And I said, well, are those mistakes or those choices?
Mm-hmm.
And they said, okay, there's mistakes. I said, why do you call those mistakes?
Because I'm in jail. Or because something bad happened to me.
Yes. So then I said, okay, let's identify what a mistake is.
Right.
A mistake is I accidentally stepped on your toe.
Right.
Because I misjudged where your foot was at in relation to mine.
Yes.
That's a mistake. That's
right.
an accident. That's a mistake. A choice, on the other hand, is getting a DUI is not a mistake.
Right.
Because you had other choices.
I chose to
You
drive.
chose to drive. You had lots of a choice means you have a few choices to choose for.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, so if you got a DUI, why was that a mistake?
Right.
You could have chosen number one, not to drink.
Right.
And you could have chosen number two, call an Uber.
Mm-hmm.
You could have chosen number three, not to get behind. There's an array of charges things you could have done.
True.
That would have eliminated you getting a DUI. So getting a DUI is not a mistake.
No, it's not.
It is a choice.
Absolutely is.
Breaking and entering is not a mistake. It is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Then I asked the question, why do we, not just our guys, but a lot of us do that?
Mm-hmm.
Because I seen a politician on TV a couple months ago, and he apologizing to his congregation. He was a political guy,
mm-hmm.
and he had an affair with his woman's wife,
mm-hmm.
and he was very apologetic. And then he said, I just wanted to say I made a mistake.
I made a mistake.
And I was like, no, dude, you need to come to our class.
Right.
That wasn't a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
That was a choice. So we all do it. Not just guys in our program,
Nope.
but we all do it. But the question is, why do we call bad choices mistakes?
Well, because of the fact that I already know the answer is there's no accountability.
If I want to answer that,
Yeah.
why do we call bad choices mistakes?
Yeah. And just hit us up in the chat. You don't need to leave your name, but or they can even say what are some things that we've gotten stuck in.
Yes.
As a result of our mistakes.
Yeah.
But
So last week we talked about forgiveness.
right.
And we said forgiveness is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
But we also said unforgiveness
Mm-hmm.
is a choice as well.
Right.
And that's how we get stuck in the quicksand.
I want to pardon my interruption real quick.
Yes.
I just want Mr. Glenn to see something that someone sent us.
What did he say?
And,
Glenn, your phone is going off. I thought I cut it off.
I was trying to be discreet, Glenn. You're messing me up here now. That's all right. But
I don't cut the volume down.
Okay, we got it.
But yes.
On mute. But anyway, yeah, those are things that we do. And it's learned behavior.
It's learned behavior. But one of the main reasons why we call bad choices is mistakes, because we don't want to take accountability.
Right.
We don't want to be responsible for our bad choices. So we call them mistakes because, after all, everybody makes mistakes.
Right. And it sounds good. It's softer,
Yes.
It's not going to sting as hard.
Yes. But James, there's a revelation that I own too. Is when once we stop calling bad choices mistakes, once we take ownership of our bad choices,
right.
And how you take ownership of your bad choices is stop calling them mistakes.
Right. Absolutely.
Because once you do that, you realize that I don't like the way I am now in my life. Or you may say, I do like the way I am now in my life.
Right.
That's because of the choices you made.
Sure.
But if you don't like the way you are, you don't like where you are in your life, go back and look at perhaps some of the choices that you made. And then once we do that, then we'll take your ownership. So I tell the guys, go home tonight, look at look at what got you in this house. Mm-hmm. What crime did you commit to get you in the house?
Right.
In this house, to be in the situation that, now you've been on probation or parole. What did you do? And I bet you, if you go back, and there's a lot of people to blame. And we talk about the blame game. There's a whole lot of people you can blame. You can blame your PO, grew up on the wrong side of the tracks, and all of those things have an influence. They may come up, they may contribute to some of it. But I bet you 90% of the reason why you're there is because of the choices that you made.
We want to say hello to Mr. Damian Jeffrey. He's watching tonight.
Greetings, sir. Greetings
for being here, and we welcome you aboard to our broadcast.
Yes,
this is the first time. You're not a stranger the next time. So
right, chime in, type something.
Yeah, absolutely. But so now we want to look at how to make better choices. What must we do to make better choices?
You have to, before we, John, we talk about this. A lot of times if we got a lot of anger and frustration and bitterness and resentment, that's that quicksand we've been talking about.
Right.
If we got a lot of that stuff that's in our heart, it's in our thinking, in our mind, the stuff that keeps you awake at night, where you can't go to sleep, when you're tossing and turning and your anxiety level because you're having all these anxiety. So there's a space between what happened to us and how we respond to what happened to us.
Sure.
Some people's spaces like that.
Right.
And that space...
It's elbow room.
It's elbow room.
There's not much moving around.
So this is what happened to me, and bam, I got a reaction to it.
Right.
So I don't even process what happened. I just react to it.
Right.
I don't like it, and I react to it.
Yes.
Some people have a space this long. Someone got a while of that.
Right.
So when I respond to something that happened to me, I process it in this space. And the longer I can process it, the better choice I'm going to make.
Absolutely.
Which means, because we say this all the time, your overreaction, when we overreact to a problem, we now have two problems.
Right. The
one you overreacted to and the one you just created and your overreaction.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm still harping on this making better choices, and I think it's because of something that I know that you and I personally have talked about, being able to be more observant and being informed and being able to just make better decisions without just rash thoughts.
Right. A lot of times we instead of responding to something, we react to it.
Right.
We always on the defense. We don't take the initiative because we always reacting to something that's been done to us. We have to learn how to respond to that.
Yeah.
And then you gradually, before you respond to the situation, you think it through. One of the stories I write in the book is called Unintended Consequences.
Okay. All right.
And I think it's in Chat-N-Chew and when Love is on the left, and we talk about what is the unintended consequences. Sometimes and I call it emotional reckless driving.
I like that. Emotional reckless driving.
Yeah. So it's when we do something over here and we don't know it's going to have an effect over here.
Right.
What we did over here, we didn't know the consequences was unintended.
Yeah.
A woman, deciding she could put makeup on while she's driving, or a man who's on the phone not paying attention, choose to be on the phone, and while he's not paying attention, he don't realize because of that action he did over here, now he done ran into the back of somebody.
Right. Or even to even go further, it might have caused a fatality.
Yes. And it's called the unintended consequences. But we don't connect the dots between what happened over here to what we did over here to start that in motion.
Right.
So we have to realize what this decision I'm making can start some stuff in motion that. So one of the stories that I talk about, James, is this lady in When Love Is Not Enough, and when I do conferences, when I do workshops about this book, I get a lot of calls, people telling me I can identify myself in these stories.
Right.
Well, this particular lady, she was her husband had was married, and it was he committed adultery or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And she found her unfaithful. She found out about it. Mm-hmm. And she wanted him to move out of the house.
Right.
He wouldn't move out of the house. So she went to the lawyer and told the lawyer, I want him out of the house. Well, right. And the lawyer gave them some ill advice. And which was to tell her to create a
atmosphere
of domestic violence.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she did. She went home and got into an argument with him and tried to provoke him to hit her. This is a true story. Mm-hmm. But he wouldn't hit her.
Right.
So she put some scratches on herself. Mm-hmm. And then called 911. Mm-hmm. Of course, when the police get there, she sees scratches. Yeah. She said he did it.
Right.
He goes to jail. Now, this guy was an accountant, making good money.
Right, right.
But because he goes to jail, his firm is a well-known firm in the county. They don't want that publicity, so they let him go. They fired him.
It's not good.
So now he's out trying to look for jobs. They had a nice house. And for a while, he wasn't making the money that he used to make. He couldn't pay her child support like he used to make. She couldn't afford a house like she used to make. And now she's foreclosing. The house has been foreclosed on. Right. Now, the decision she made over here to start that domestic violence, now she's been foreclosed on her house. That was the unintended consequence.
Right, right.
Which happened because of that decision she made over here. That's just one area. So a lot of times, the decision that we make over here down the road, we're going to reap.
Yeah, we'll reap something.
We're going to reap. And it could be
whether it's good or bad.
It could be good. It could be good. You can start deciding I'm going to go to school, but 4 years later, you got a degree. But that was intended. Right. But a lot of stuff is unintended because we don't think about the result of our decision when it happens. We just do it. Right. But the unintended consequences is done. Mm-hmm.
Well, that is a terrible situation where I thought I was going to get something better out of this deal.
Yes.
As a result of my choice. But now I'm in a worse shape now than if I had never said anything in terms of, this domestic violence issue.
Right. Again, and also another point is, I think I get some happiness stuff on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Another instance is when we go to other people.
Oh, yeah.
And they give us ill advice. And we follow the ill advice. It's good to have people in your corner that's, wisdom, maybe older. If you're going through something, don't go to the people who's going through the same thing you're going.
Right.
And ask for advice.
Right.
They're going to give you some wrong advice because they're going through the same thing you're going through. Talk to somebody who's got a little wisdom that you give them permission to speak into your life.
So let's make it real, real simple. That's just like we want a cake. And we know in order to have a cake, we need to talk to a baker.
Right.
But we're going to go to our auto mechanic and ask him.
You don't know nothing about baking cake.
We want to ask the auto mechanic. We want to ask the plumber who came to the house, what kind of cake should I have? What should be the ingredients? Well, that's not going to work.
Yeah, a little jacket about
That's not going to work. We got to get to people who are well equipped to handle that.
And they don't have to be highly educated people. It could be somebody you trust.
Well equipped.
Somebody, can tell you when you all wet, that you're doing something that's terrible. You shouldn't do this. Because you went to the lawyer, you would think
he would have said
he
something
better. But James, sitting in the domestic violence court month after month after month, you see all this stuff that happens that people do to each other out of anger and unforgiveness and bitterness, and because they're stuck in that quicksand.
Yes.
In order to get out, you have to start making some better choices.
We want to take a moment to just give a shout out to 𝗢𝗿𝗶𝗴𝗶.
This is my friend 𝗢𝗿𝗶𝗴𝗶. 𝗢𝗿𝗶𝗴𝗶 was one of our first graduates over 14 years ago.
Okay.
And he's still come around. Remember, his daughter was knee-high to a grasshopper.
Okay.
Now she's going to be a pretty little young woman. I think she's in the 11th or 12th grade.
Good.
She came down to visit us this past summer.
And this next person I know Celeste Marie.
Celeste Marie, that have to be my little girl baby.
So we want to welcome you all to joining us tonight. We're not going to keep you long. So making better choices making better choices is what's going to be necessary to move beyond the quicksand.
And the quicksand again is the bitterness, the resentment, the unforgiveness, those things that keep you up late at night, that won't let you rest and sleep.
Yes.
And we have to figure out a way to get that stuff out of our lives.
Right. And you don't have to be incarcerated to.
You don't have to be incarcerated. These are not just incarcerated people.
Right. No.
This is where we live at.
Yeah.
And bad things do happen to good people
all the time.
People do you wrong all the time. So we cannot get away from that because people are going to do you wrong. Absolutely. So when that happens, how do you move from that?
You have to acknowledge that it happens.
You have to acknowledge that it happens,
and then say, well, I'm not going to let myself be attacked again by that same individual. Yes. But there's always other individuals out here. You know, there's always other people. We just have to be prepared. Yes. You know, we have to be prepared. Yes. And prayed up.
Yes, and moving forward.
Yeah. So with that note, we still want you to come out to visit with us. Anytime you're in the area to sign a book. For our Dads at a Distance initiative, as well as being able to, if you would like to even join us when we go out to the nursing home, well, not nursing homes, but assisted living homes and retirement homes, you know, we can drop off, you can pick up, you know, we're being active in the community. Yes. And that's our main thing.
I'm going to pull up right now some dates that we are going to be at certain places over the next few weeks. Next couple of weeks. Actually, this coming Saturday, we're going to be at Wake Chapel. Talking to some men. And we're going to do a reverse book signing at 9:30, I think, at Wake Chapel. Yep. And then we're going to be in a conference next week. But on the 22nd, which is next Saturday, we actually going to be here, James.
Oh, at our
right here. Yes. We have an event here. It's the authors event. We got a dinner table set up.
Great.
So if you wanted to come by and sign some books, you're welcome. And then on the 23rd, that Sunday, we're going to be at Overland Road Baptist Church. On Overland Road. At 11 o'clock a.m. service. We're going to be doing a reverse book signing there after service. And then again on Sunday, October the 3rd.
Wow.
30th.
Pastor Dublin
Church. Great. South Central Church off of Martin Luther King Drive. That's where the church is at. Pastor Dublin has been in the community doing work forever and a day. He loved in the community. We did some work together years ago. I think we all worked with him too. He's doing reverse book signing, and that's on October 30th.
Well, we know that vacations are over.
Yes.
And we welcome everybody back. I'm going to have to laugh because things are moving fast, and we want you to be on board with us. But next Saturday, what is that happening next Saturday?
Next Saturday, it's an author's workshop here.
All right.
Our friends are going to be doing that. Next year, on the 22nd. I thought it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 to 2.
So is this for all authors?
No, it's the guy, the gentleman and his wife. There's an author. They're from Charlotte, and they'll arrange this. They just use our building.
Okay.
So they're going to
do it. Yeah,
they're going to do it. We just got a vendor table set up.
Good.
So we got a reverse book signing. So again, all of these books go straight to inmates incarcerated. Some local. And some statewide.
And again, we just would need you to know and understand. I can't help but stress this enough. This is not a book sale.
No.
This is not for us to pad our pocket.
Right.
These funds are used to purchase the book and then donate those books to the inmates.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, we hope that we were able to share some more information with you that will help you as well as ourselves to make better choices.
Yes.
And to move beyond the quicksand. Yes.
And because we all have it, we all
do. Yes.
We can get out of it, or we can walk around in it.
Yeah. And say, look at me.
Let it
don't throw the rope over here.
I'm
enjoying this quicksand.
And sometimes people throw a rope, a lifeline, and sometimes in this setting, it could be a lifeline.
Yeah.
These are things that we can tell you can do to help you get out of the quicksand.
Yes. We're going to say goodnight to everyone.
Is it time up already?
It goes so fast.
Man, I get on the roll and then it's time. Wow.
I understand.
I know. So next Thursday, we're going to do it again.
Yep.
We got some changes coming up in the near future.
Okay.
We've been doing some different things, doing this a little differently.
Yes.
So in the meantime, we're going to be doing it for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I enjoy these times.
Yeah. And trust me, if you've got something you'd like for us to consider talking about, please send it to our attention, and we will certainly be willing to entertain that.
Yes.
Well,
yes. We're
going to say good night.
Good night.
And we'll see everyone next Thursday.
Everybody have a safe and good weekend, and take some quality time for yourself. And have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Here's 3 ways you can support our Dads at a Distance initiative. Give a copy to a family member, our friend. Donate monthly, a book monthly, 5 books monthly, how many books you want to do monthly donation. Reverse book signing, your church, your business. You can make a donation go to our website at www.𝗢𝗿𝗶𝗴𝗶.com and go to our PayPal at Fathers Forever. Our Cash App is $Fathers Forever. Make your donation today. Please include in the note section, include DAAD. Again, include in the note section DAAD.
If you or someone you know would like to be a part of the show, please visit our website at www.𝗢𝗿𝗶𝗴𝗶.com or call us at 919-779-9905. The Chat-N-Chew podcast streams Thursdays at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook. To schedule a reverse book signing or to find out more information about how you can become a part of the programs you've heard us mention today, please be sure to stop by our website as well.
Hello, everyone. This is Glenn Warren, founder and executive director of Fathers Forever. I want to share an alarming reality with you. 627,000 fathers are incarcerated that have kids under 18. Now, there are 56,000 moms incarcerated who have kids under 18. The reality is there are so many more fathers incarcerated than moms. This is why I Am a Father Forever book exists. Now, I need your help. I am inviting you to help us get this book into as many fathers incarcerated as possible. Here's how it works. For your donation of $22, we will provide a book to an incarcerated father. Thank you in advance for helping Fathers Forever heal fathers and save families.